So you want to play Keith Whitley's Don't Close Your Eyes and that beautiful intro riff on your guitar? Grab your guitar, because we're keeping it super simple today. 5 chords, 1 heartfelt tune. Hi, I'm Barry, and I make easy to follow tutorials for older beginners, folks just like you, who want to play the songs you love without all the music theory or tricky finger work. If that sounds good to you, stick around. So today we're using 6 chords: G, E minor, A minor, C, D, and one with a fancy name, G over F sharp. All of them are basic open chord shapes, no bar chords, no finger gymnastics. Let's run through them together real quick. So first up, we have our G chord. Now some of you may play a G like this. That's the first way I ever learned it. That's the way I've noticed that Keith Whitley plays it on live video. But today I'll probably just use this standard G right here. We have an E minor, one of the first chords we learn. We have an A minor. We have a C. We have a D. So just all cowboy chords. But the special one with the fancy name, that's called G over F sharp. If you take your G chord here, because we're going to be coming from a G, and then I pick up my middle finger and take my index finger, place it on the 6th string at the 2nd fret. Okay, you can see in the chart here that my 5th string should be muted here. Okay, you don't really have to do anything special. Your first finger, your index, probably is already going to mute that 5th string. So if I go down slowly, it actually sounds like this. And that's the way we want it to sound, okay? But we're not going to strum it real hard. Just a nice light strum like that. But it's coming from our G, so it's going to be G, G over F sharp, like that. So let's talk about our strumming. Today we'll use a gentle down, down, up, down, down, up, or 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. But honestly, just let your right hand flow, keeping a gentle rhythm that matches the song's feel. So let's practice that on a G chord real quick. Ready, begin. Down, down, up, down, down, up, or 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Nice and light, we really don't have to dig into the strings there. Now one of the best parts of this song is the intro riff. I put it here on screen in my easy to follow graphic style, so you don't need to read tab. Let's break it down together one step at a time. Okay, so you can see on our chart here, we're only dealing with the D string and the G string. Just those 2 strings is all that we need. And you can see in our chart, we're just reading it left to right like you would a book going down. It says D string open, and then G string open, and then G string 2nd fret, G string 4th fret, and then D string 2nd fret. So that's the first half. I got open D, open G, 2, 4, 2 on my D string, and then D string 4, open G, 2nd fret G, and open. That's it. We're only dealing with those 2 strings. So if we speed it up a little, it sounds like this. I start off with these 2 open strings, which is great. 2nd fret on my D string, let it ring, and then 4. And then you can strum a G. And that takes us into the verse of the song. And speaking of the verse, let's take a look at that chord sheet. Okay, you can see I have intro chords written. It says intro. So those chords could play instead of the riff or while the riff's playing. You have a C with our strum, and then a D with our strum. And then you'll see the G and the C split that measure. So I got G for 2, C for 2, and G. Because it's in red, I'm gonna just play that 1 strum. So that's our intro. So anytime I have two chords within the same measure, the measure is the spaces between the vertical lines. Anytime I have two chords in that same measure, each one gets 2 counts or half of our strum pattern. So if I look at that verse, my first line of the verse, I have C for a strum pattern, D for a strum pattern, but then we have G, G/F sharp, that's G over F sharp. Those are in the same measure. So for that, I'm going to play G for 2, G over F sharp for 2. Just like that, 2 strums is fine. And then I have E minor for our full strum pattern. And then I move to the second line of the verse, A minor to a D. And then to a G. Then I have another G for another strum pattern. Okay, so hopefully you can see how that works. So really the structure of the song is just our intro, verse, chorus, and then we really just do it all again, intro, verse, chorus. But today we're only going to do the first verse and the first chorus. But don't forget, you can download the lyric and chord sheet down in the description, and that'll have the full song there for you. So if you're getting value from this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free and it really supports the channel. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee or use my Sweetwater link for any guitar accessories, it also helps keep these lessons coming. Now back to it. So now I think we're ready to run through the first verse and chorus together, nice and slow. I'll cue the chord changes right on screen so you can follow along, and I'll sing just enough to keep you on track. I'll also provide the lyrics with chords to the whole song in the description below. Be sure to grab that. So here we go. So we'll start off with our fancy riff. Here we go. Open, open, 2, 4, 2. 4, open, 2, open, G. And then we sing, I know you loved him. Then we move to a D. A long time ago, and here's where we got 2, G over F sharp, E minor, even now in my arms, A minor, to the D. You still want him, I know, G. But darling, this C chord, then moves to D. Let your memories die. G over F sharp, nice and light. When you hold me tonight. 2, 3, 4 to a D. Don't close your G for 2, C for 2, and G strum. Don't close your eyes. Let it be me. Here's our D. Don't pretend it's a G. G over F sharp for 2. Some fantasy. And darling, just once, A minor. Let yesterday go. And you'll find more. Here we go again. G. G over F sharp to E minor. Just hold me tight when you love me tonight. And don't close your C chord to a G, 1 strum. And then we can do our riff again. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Remember to download the full lyric chord sheet linked in the description. And let me know if there's another classic you'd love to see next. Check the description for links to all my resources, including the Sweetwater gear page and buy me a coffee. Until next time, keep playing and don't close your eyes, unless you're really feeling it.